All right, welcome back. It is time for your call of the day. And FedEx, I'm sorry, not delivering for investors lately. Shares hitting a 3.5-year low today. And analysts, they're now piling on. Bernstein calling FedEx stock, quote, dead money, and says their bull thesis has been shredded. The analyst downgraded the stock to a market perform and cut its price target to $153. Anybody buying FedEx on recent weakness?
I wouldn't sell it here. I do think it's going to take time for them to gain the confidence of the marketplace once again. Listen, a lot was blamed on the economy by Fred Smith on that conference call and the trade tensions. I would say the problems were self-induced, partly because of overspending on aircraft, in particular when the express business was experiencing significant weakening. And additionally, they had the cyber attack on TNT, and that really was costly, I think, to the tune of almost $500 million. So I think there were challenges internally beyond the trade tensions. But again, I wouldn't sell it here. I'd wait and see over the coming quarters if it could regain the confidence. I suspect it would.
I think everybody's afraid of the Amazon threat, too, delivering their own goods.
I'll buy it.
You'll buy it?
I do hold it, and I would add to it here.
FedEx?
I think that the money that they spent on the planes, they've got very efficient planes. I think it was a very good investment there. They've had to shift their business from that B to B. Businesses used to, the FedEx guy used to come into your office with a stack every day, sometimes twice a day, bringing stuff into your office. We don't need that anymore, office to office. But they are repositioning to take care of all the retail customers. They've gone to 7 days a week in terms of their deliveries. Yes, I don't think that this company is going to take off tomorrow, but it's a solid balance sheet, terrific management, and they have done a lot of the hard work to be positioned going forward. So
one of the things, Michael, the analyst wants them to stop spending so much money, basically saying, like, you need to cut your spending and lean up that balance sheet.
Right. The analyst wants the next quarter's performance, and I don't care about next quarter. I do care about next year and the next 10 years. I hope not to sell this stock for the next 5 to 10 years.
At this level, Brian, you got to think it's got more potential upside than downside. I mean, a year and a half ago, in June of 2018, this stock was basically $270 or something like that. Yeah. It's 138. To Michael's points, is Fred Smith screwing up?
All we do is get more packages.
I think the problem is UPS is better. I think they have better management. I think they've done a better job. They've been heavily invested in the ground fleet, which they're bigger on. And because of that, they have been outperforming them in a big way, not just a little. I mean, they have absolutely
UPS up 16% this year, FedEx down 14%.
Continue to own UPS,
so a big gap. 30%
I would wait on FBS. I think this is something over time.
Joe talked about. A lot of that is the TNT
right. But I think that'll take time. I think this is something that will take at least another 8, 9, 10 months, year, something like that. And meanwhile, UPS just continues to gain market share.
UPS recreated itself. I think you would agree with that in the last 18, 24 months. And the momentum is there. I guess the fair question, and I don't know the answer to that, is if you're hiding out in UPS, do you now make a valuation?
First of all, never hide out anywhere. Never hide out. You go to places because they have quality, and I think UPS has that quality. Don't ever hide. You don't want to hide somewhere you're going to get killed.
Sometimes we have to hide out.
Well, once in a while you got to hide. Depends on what part of town you're in.
And there's a little bit of a domestic versus international story at play also, right?
Yes.
FedEx has a little bit more of that international exposure. The international environment has been much weaker. I would say it's starting to look a little bit more mixed. Not quite stabilizing or necessarily improving, but mixed. So maybe tentative signs that picture is getting a little bit better. But UPS with that domestic focus has probably been an advantage.
Stuff. It's also beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I said it. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're almost there.
FedEx.
Way to go.
For FedEx.
All right. Well, I'm just
October 9th.
It's the delivery. It's the season of deliveries.
We haven't got Halloween yet.
Tip your doorman. All right.